Hey all, Toves here. So I put a video up a couple of days ago that's got some good views and stuff, and got quite a lot of comments regarding bear breeding. So what I've noticed, and actually unfortunately our cubs did die, sort of about 7%, I think we got them to, and then they died. So since then I have been doing some science, because it is a long process. If you've been trying to breed in Atlas, you will know it's a long process to try and get to that stage, and it's just, yeah, quite difficult to kind of motivate yourself to do it again when they die so quickly. But I think I have some answers for you, and I think I have done some science, and we are hopefully moving in the right direction. So what you get with all animals in Atlas appears to be a bit like the incubation process in Ark. So you do have that as well. You do have in chickens and things like that. Things that lay eggs in Atlas do have an optimum temperature for incubation. The same now it seems to extend to mammals. Really just at the start of the process and throughout the maturation stage. So it seems like all animals have an optimum temperature range for both the breeding to begin. It doesn't seem to affect the gestation, but then the maturation of the baby is also affected by that optimum temperature range. So what you will see, so if I just check on the temperature right now, so we are in the western temperate region, or in the western temperate biome, and it's 22 degrees centigrade. I have a pair of bears here, and let me just block one of these bears in so he doesn't run away. And if I get these two bears, and I enable wandering, and I enable wandering, these guys, if you see it, above that bear's head right now is a little indicator. It looks like a flashing tropical island, and that is telling me that this bear, the temperature for this bear is too hot. It's too hot for it even to begin breeding. So I've done the maths on this, and I've done the experimentation on this, and the optimum range for a bear to begin breeding is, it must be higher than 7 degrees centigrade, and it must be, I think it's the maximum is 14 degrees centigrade. Anywhere outside of that region, you will either see a little desert indicator or a tropical region indicator like that. That doesn't mean you have to take your tame to that region to breed. It just means that's the temperature they need. So as we, in the temperate region of this, on this island, our temperatures range from below the minuses up into sort of 24, 25. So we have quite a wide range of temperatures there. The problem will be that when the baby arrives, so we will be able to get these guys to breed. They will produce a baby, and they have produced a baby because I did it a couple of days ago in the previous video. But what that means, and why we had such a trouble keeping the babies alive, is that the baby's maturation is also affected by that temperature, that optimum temperature range. So if I show you a bit of footage from that breeding video that I recorded, you should see the indicator blinking above the head of the baby. So that is, and I didn't realise it at the time, but that is telling us that we had to have that baby cooler. It was too hot. Now I don't yet know if there is a way for babies to be cooled. It may be that you lead them to water. I haven't experimented that. If that is the case, I think that's probably a very high maintenance breeding program. So all the different animals, and just to prove that they're not the same, so these guys won't breed. It's 24. If I go downstairs to where I've got the sheep, I believe the sheep have a different temperature range. Yeah, so these guys will start breeding immediately, but if it was too cold for them, I haven't worked out what the temperature for is for the sheep yet. I'll probably put out separate videos for all of the different animals I discover. So my hypothesis on this, and apologies, there's not going to be an enormous amount to this video, but I just thought I'd get it out as good science. But my hypothesis is, because we do not know of a way to cool down the babies or even the breeders, and I don't suspect there is going to be one. There are no air conditioning units in this game. There are fires. So I have just said to my company, and I don't know how many other companies are aware of this science yet, but we should all be moving towards the tundras, because in the Arctic tundra it will mean that it's always very cold. So you're starting from a cold baseline, and all you need to do then is, and if you've experienced this in Ark, you'll know this is right, the more fires you add, the warmer the temperature gets. So if you had a room like this, for example, that had fires all underneath here, then the temperature above will be regulated based on the number of fires you either light or extinguish. And that will allow you to effectively create a hothouse or a breeding house to get that optimum temperature, and therefore you can keep your bears in a range of that 7 to 14 range. Right guys, so yeah, not an enormous amount of content to show in this video, but I've just discovered that, and I know there's a bunch of people talking about it on Reddit, so I will make more videos on the specific animals once I get the ranges right. But yeah, 7 to 14 is your optimum range for bears. Alright guys, thanks for watching. My name's Toves. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share and all that sort of stuff. I really appreciate it, and I should see you guys on the next one. Take it easy.